What's up, everyone? I'm super pumped up to bring you today the Mathews VXR. This is going to be an in-depth bow review, and I'm Corbin Williams with Corbin's Archery in Seminole, Texas. What I'm bringing you today, I'm so pumped up about. But these VXRs are now coming in a 31.5 inch axle to axle and a 28 inch axle to axle. This can be seen on the risers, which you'll see that close up. Also, both bows are boasting 6-inch brace heights. The IBO on our 31.5 inch axle to axle is bringing us a 344 feet per second IBO. And then on our 28, we're looking at 343. So there's only 1 foot per second difference. The key thing here is whether or not you're going to want a shorter bow for tree stand, blinds, that thing, or you're going to be shooting a little bit further with your 31.5 inch axle to axle. I'm going to give you a full speed test. Both bows are set up at 29 inches and 70 pounds. We're going to use our 4 arrows like we always do. One's at 474, one's at 409, one is at 386, and then one's at 350. So we're going to give you those speeds out of a 29 inch, 70 pound bow. But the really cool things I think y'all are going to like is the new camo pattern offered by Mathews, which is actually just a solid green. It's called ambush green to them, and I love it. I think it looks legit. Also, you'll notice that what they did is they extended the risers, and I'm going to show you a comparison between that and the verdicts. And it's going to be hard for you to see right there, but the riser is longer, okay? And that's going to give you a more forgiving bow. On both of these bows, they extended the risers compared to the triax and the verdicts. So what you're getting is a longer riser, which is obviously going to make the bow slightly more forgiving, making it shoot like a longer axle to axle bow. Each one has the integrate system on them. You can run whatever rest you want to. We like tuning the integrate, so that's a good option. Also, you'll notice a slight difference between the harmonic dampener mount. It's pushed out a little bit more and hopefully a little bit tighter. We know we had a few issues there. Also, we have our new silent connect system, which allows you to connect your rope to it. Simply just slides on there, and if you're going up a tree stand, it's on there and you can just pull up. I think it's really cool, and for your slings and that sort of thing, they just connect on. We're super excited about those. Your normal accessories that they've always had. Again, the new things are your silent connect system, your longer riser to riser, your 4.44 pound bow, and the 28 is weighing in at 4.66. Oh, sorry, I'm lying to you. The 28 is 4.44, and the 31 is 4.66. First bow I'm going to bring to you for our speed test, our noise. We're in a pretty deadened room. We don't have the foam on the roof, but I think it's going to give you a good noise. We know the Mathews is going to be crazy quiet. We're not worried about that. There's not a stabilizer on it. We're going to check out and see how it shoots. I'm a big fan of the Mathews bows. Everybody knows that the Verdicts is one of my favorite bows released last year. And so we're going to see how this compares. I'm going to give you an honest opinion on it. If I think it sucks, I'm going to tell you it sucks. If I think it's good, I'm going to tell you it's good. So here we go. We're going to shoot our heavy arrow at 474 grains, which I'm going to double check while I'm on camera real quick, just to, you don't have to zoom in on this, Kate, but I'll just check it real quick just to make sure we're saying the right numbers for everybody. Maybe, this is such a heavy arrow. So 474 on this first arrow, 29 inches, 70 pounds. And all we're going to do is try to get some good speeds for you back at home to make a judgment speed-wise. This is a 31.5 inch axle-to-axle bow. Again, our IBO should be 344. It is, 343, and the 28 is 344. So 343 on this one, 6-inch brace height, 70 pounds, 29 inches. This is the high let-off. This is not the low let-off mods, which will obviously be faster. Okay, the back wall is one of the firmer back walls I've felt on a Mathews. I know not much change, but I think it's with that riser. Gosh, that feels good. It feels a lot like my Traverse. It feels long, but obviously it's not only a 31.5. I like the thinner riser. I think a lot of the people that had issues with sights through these are gonna really like it. I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna shoot this 474 through it. Shot 285. Now we're going with I think this one's 409 grains. I'm gonna check it out for you real quick. Let me get that teared out real quick. Brace height is 6. So this one right now is 409 grains, 70 pounds, 29 inches. The IBO again is 343. One thing that I noticed is, I know it may not be possible. I think this has less vibration than a Vertix. It does feel longer. It obviously is an 1.5 inch longer axle to axle, but your riser feels more stable. It feels like a longer bow. It feels a lot like the Traverse. Draw cycle feels a little stiff on it, but the back wall, dang, it feels good. .303. All right, everybody, now we're bringing you a 390 grain arrow. I don't expect to see much of a speed jump between the 303 speed and what this one brings, but let's try it. Again, the bow feels fantastic. The colors are amazing. It's dead in the hand. It's absolutely insanely dead in the hand. I think that the cam does have a little bit of, I don't know, it's not a harsh draw cycle at all, but you can feel your weight behind it. So you can see the bow balancing. Balance is nice. 309, so 6 feet per second gain on just about an 8 grain difference in arrow. Now I'm shooting a 350 grain arrow. Again, this bow is not at 30 inches. This bow is at 29, 70 pounds. We're just gonna see what we hit out of it. The draw length feels fantastic. Yeah, I like that a lot. Feels good. Okay. .333, 29 inches, 70 pounds with a 350 grain arrow. So we're 10 feet per second off. And what I'll do is we'll probably switch this to a 30, and I'll go ahead and do a test with a 30 just to see. So 350 grain arrow, 29 inches, 70 pounds, hit 333. So what we did is I went and I grabbed the 30-inch mods and Caden swapped them out for us real quick. The 30 inches, and then they are the 85% let off. And what we're gonna do is, sorry, I gotta fix the chrono while we're talking, but what we're gonna do is just check it to give you the actual speed at 30 inches, the 350 grain arrow, and we're gonna see what we get out of it, okay? Super excited to see this. Again, with the little bit heavier arrow, we were at 333, so 10 feet per second off with an inch shorter draw length. I just checked it, and it's dead on the 29 inches. So everybody's wondering, oh, it's probably ½ inch long. I am not seeing it being long. And the 30 came in right at 30. Actually, slightly short. So I'm checking right now. Okay, we have plenty of arrow. If I die on camera because this arrow's too short, it's Kate's fault, not mine. Blame him. Ready? 336. So we're gonna stop. We're gonna shoot it one more time just to make sure that's an accurate speed for it. And we'll go on from there. That's great. Shot number 2, 30 inches. 70 pounds. This is a high let off, not low let off, but this is a 350 grain arrow. .340. We're gonna shoot one more time so you have your 3 arrows and we'll see what our speed is. Shot number 3 at 30 inches and it drew back exactly at 30 and 70 pounds, 350 grain arrow. If you hear me hit my arm on the back wall, that's all that it is. It's not the bow. So back to 336. So the one was just a little bit faster. I think it really depends on where it hits our little bitty old chrono. So 336, 30 inches, 70 pound, 350 grain arrow. Now you got to check out our other review of the 28-inch VXR. Now this part is a VXR 28, 29 inches, 70 pounds, same 4 arrows. Let's run out 474 grain arrow, 70 pounds. This one has an IBO of 344. Let's see what we get. Oops, that hit really, really, really hard. So that was a heavy arrow coming out of this bow at 474 grains, and it hit 285 feet per second. That's a lot of energy going behind that heavier arrow. Now we have our 410 grain arrow out of the 28-inch VXR. IBO again is 344, and what we're going to be doing is shooting at 70 pounds, 29 inches with a 410 grain arrow. Okay, let's see how it goes. This feels, actually, I don't believe it or not, I think it feels easier to draw back than the 31.5, but they're really similar. Back wall feels firmer on this one. 305 with a 409 grain arrow. Now we're bringing you the 380 grain arrow out of the 28-inch VXR at 29 inches, 70 pounds. A high let off. These are not low let off. .311. Now we have a 350 grain arrow out of the 29-inch draw, 70-pound VXR. And again, I can't get over how good the green looks on these bows. It looks awesome. I'm so pumped about the new colors. My arm's a little worn out from workout this morning, but 350 grains, 70 pounds, 29 inches. 330 feet per second. So it's right there exactly where the VXR 31.5 inch was, 330 feet per second with the same arrow. The cool thing is that you're getting awesome speeds out of these bows. That is fantastic. My overall impression of the VXR is I didn't believe it, but they've made improvements over the Vertix even. The Vertix is still available and it's gonna hit its own market as well. If you're looking for that shorter axle to axle bow to get into the ground blind and you want an upgrade over the Triax, this is it. It's more dead in the hand. The new riser has improved a lot. I'm crazy impressed with it. Also, I think you'll like this Connect technology that they're going to be using for their slings and some other accessories. So stay tuned for that. Back wall was great. Draw cycle, it's typical draw cycle with these Mathews cams. Nothing crazy. So overall, choosing between the 31.5 and the 28 depends on what you're going to be doing with the bow. If you're going out west, you're launching shots, I prefer personally the longer axle bow. But as you've seen with Levi Morgan, these short axle bows, if you practice, you have the ability to launch those arrows. Ground blinds, tree stands, this is what I'm going with personally. This is what I'm gonna hunt with Kansas with. Out here with mule deer, I'm gonna switch over maybe to the VXR. I really love my Traverse, but I'm gonna test out that VXR and see how I like it long range. And I'll keep you updated on that. Our speeds were fantastic. The bows are even more dead in the hand than the Vertix. I do not understand that. And as you can tell, super quiet in here. Even the 350 grain arrow, which should be louder, I didn't feel any vibration and I had no noise. Crazy impressed with these bows. So go check out the VXR. Fly into our shop, drive down to our shop. We'll let you shoot them for fun. Mathews VXR review.